Is that an echo I hear? Maybe your house is too big and my voice is carrying. Look, if the kids moved out long ago and you're still living in the past with their rooms still made up, it might be a sign that it's time to downsize. And the super downsizing rules give you the perfect excuse to do so. In this video, I'm going to explain what the home downsizer rules are, when you might use it, the benefits of doing so, and a case study example. G'day, I'm Strano, the founder of SUPERGUY, the place where Australians go to maximise their super and build their own retirement plan. If this is the type of content you want to learn more about, click the thumbs up button below this video. The more thumbs up I get, the more motivated I am to make more videos. Obviously, this is general information only and does not constitute financial advice, so please read the disclaimer found in the description below. A downsizer contribution is a contribution that you make to superannuation using proceeds from the sale of your home. And like the name suggests, this type of contribution will often occur when you sell your home with the intention of maybe moving into a smaller or possibly a lower valued home. And I'm guessing the purpose behind this rule, the government's purpose behind this rule, is really to get people to release the equity tied up in their home and use it to help fund their retirement. Because for one, money tied up in your home is usually not generating an income to help support you through retirement. And secondly, your home is not assessed for Centrelink purposes, meaning that the government is they're funding more in age pension payments and aged care supplements because of these reasons, because it's not accessible. So they're trying to, there's now an incentive to sell your home through the downsizer contribution rules. So what is the incentive of a downsizer contribution to you exactly? Well, it allows you and your partner, if you have one, to each contribute up to $300,000 into your super account, without this amount counting towards the ordinary contribution caps. Also, it is only available if you are aged 55 or over and there is no upper age limit. But what's so good about putting money into super? Well, the benefit of super is that all investment earnings within super are taxed at a maximum of 15%. Better yet, if you use your super to provide you with an income stream, as most retirees do, all the investment earnings are taxed at 0%, so they're not taxed at all. Plus, you can receive tax-free pension income to cover your retirement expenses. So this is why a downsizer contribution could be beneficial for you, because if you and say your partner simply decided to let's say instead you decided to downsize your home and invest $300,000 or $600,000 combined in your personal names, all of the earnings, including future capital gains, would all be taxed at your personal tax rate, whereas in super, it can all be tax-free. So that's the benefit of getting the money into super. Also, the downsizer contribution the amount contributed will count towards the tax-free component within super. And what that means is that there'll be no death benefits tax on this amount if you pass away, and it can also improve the tax-free portion of your overall super savings. So how does the downsizer contribution work? Well, there's a few conditions that need to be met in order to utilise the downsizer contribution rules. You must be age 55 or over at the time the downsizer contribution is made, and like I said, there is no upper age limit. The amount being contributed as the downsizer is from proceeds of selling your home where the contract of sale was entered into after 1st of July 2018. Your home needed to have been owned by you or your spouse for 10 years or more. Your home must be in Australia and cannot be a boat, a caravan, or a mobile home. The home sale proceeds from the sale of your home must be exempt or partially exempt from capital gains tax under the main residence exemption. So basically, any home that is your principal place of residence is exempt from capital gains tax. So this condition is just confirming that the home you're selling is your main residence. You need to provide your super fund with the downsizer contribution form at the time or before making the contribution, and this form can be found on your super fund's website. Just have a look under the forms section, or there is a generic downsizer contribution form on the ATO website that your super fund should accept, but check with them first. The downsizer contribution, importantly, must be made within 90 days of receiving the home sale proceeds, and you cannot have previously made a downsizer contribution. So it's a one-off thing that you can do. If the home was sold, let's say your home was sold, the home that was sold, was owned in only one spouse's name, so your husband's wife or your name or your wife's name, the other spouse is still eligible to also make the full downsizer contribution of $300,000, provided all of the conditions are met per person. Let's take a quick look at an example. So Roy, 72, and Lenny, 70, they sold their Padstow home in Sydney, which they've owned for 33 years, so more than 10 years, for $1.5 million. They received the $1.5 million in proceeds on the settlement date, which was 1st of March. And so that means Roy and Lenny can each contribute $300,000 into their respective superannuation accounts, so a total of $600,000 combined as a downsizer contribution, provided the contributions are made within 90 days of receiving the proceeds, and 90 days after 1st of March is 30th of May, and provided they complete the required form to notify their super fund that it should be counted as a downsizer contribution. Now, there's no requirement for Roy and Lenny to purchase a new home in order to satisfy these rules. It just means the home needs to have been sold. Also, in some cases, extensions to the 90-day rule can be granted where, for example, situations out of your control prevented you from making the contribution. And that's how a downsizer contribution works. To be notified of more content just like this, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and let me know what you'd like to see more of. And for even more superannuation tips, head over to superguy.com.au and sign up to my newsletter. It's free and filled with valuable content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.